Hello, class. Today we are going to take a look at count and non-count nouns. This is in Unit 3, and we're going to do page 35 and 41 together. I'll try and cover both topics. They are very similar and related. Again, nouns, count nouns, and non-count nouns. So first and foremost, a noun, okay? A noun is a person, a place, a thing. Okay. And so usually a noun has a form, a singular form and a plural form. And what that means, singular, one, plural, two or more. When there is a noun that is singular, we use an article, a or an, a dog, and apple. Okay, and this works for nouns, a person, a place, or thing. And when there is a noun and we want to make it plural or say two or more, from dog, a dog, we add an S, dogs. Same here, an apple becomes apples. We don't use a or an any longer in the plural form, and that is because a or an is used for one, okay? Now, expanding on this topic, when there is a singular and plural form, this generally means the noun is countable. So again, examples, a tomato, an apple, 2 carrots, 3 eggs. Notice here, a tomato has the article a, an is used for apple because apple begins with a, which is a vowel. The majority of the time, when a noun begins with A, E, I, O, U, we use an instead of a, and they are equal in that sense. Okay, so carrots, eggs, same thing here. We add an S at the end for a plural form. Now, on the other hand, sometimes a noun does not have a plural form. And in that case, when there is no plural form, we consider that non-count. So count being 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, something I can count. I could look out the window and say, oh, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cars outside. Okay. Things like bread, rice, coffee, sugar are non-countable. Of course, these are kitchen goods or foods and drinks that we eat and drink, but it does apply to things that are not foods. And I'll share some examples. Okay, when we have bread, we don't say a bread or breads. Okay. Well, there are times and ways we use it, but in the sense of just the word bread itself or coffee, and I'll explain this a little later in the video. Coffee, we don't say a coffee or coffees, right? There's no, the plural form and the singular form are the same. Of course, we can't say 6 breads, 6 coffees, and so we need to use terms to show a volume or measurement in a sense, okay? So this kind of continues into page 41. So count nouns, affirmative and negative statements. Starting here, do you have any friends? Yes, I have a lot, many friends, some friends. No, I don't have a lot of many friends or any friends. Do you have any money? Yes, I have a lot of money. Yes, I have some money. No, I don't have a lot of money. No, I don't have much money. No, I don't have any money. So to expand on this, when we have questions and answers, okay? To try and make this as simple as possible, count nouns, we use words In questions, we use any. Or let's do it this way. Some is used for positive statements, regardless of count or non-count. Okay, count and non-count. Any negative statements and questions. So positive statements or affirmative statements. I like to use the word positive because it's easy to understand. Positive as in yes or affirmative, and negative. And again, this would be for count or non-count. So examples, I have some eggs. I have some sugar. Okay, some is used for a plural amount or a volume amount, right? Sugar doesn't have a plural form, but this shows a good amount. I would say in a scale of 0 to 100, 100 being the most, 0 being none at all. Some would be about 50%. Negative statements and questions. I don't have any eggs. I don't have any sugar. So I like to think of any as the opposite of some. They are essentially in the same measurement, 50%. Okay, and then in question form, do you have any eggs? Do you have any sugar? So we don't use some in questions. Okay. To expand on this even more now, going back to the book, similar to some being the opposite of any, many is the same as much, but they are not used interchangeably. And so what that means is many is only used for count nouns, and this could be positive, negative, or questions. Okay. Or I'm sorry, positive or negative. Excuse me. Questions as well, but we're gonna leave that out for now. That goes into further further into ESL and a different class and different rules and things like that. But to keep things consistent with the pages that we're looking at for now, many count nouns, positive, negative, and much non-count nouns, positive and negative. And examples of these, so let's just say many. I have many eggs. Okay, plural form. I don't have many chickens. And again, because there is a plural form and these are countable, then we use many. Whereas much, I have much sugar. I don't have much coffee. Sugar and coffee are non-countable nouns. There are no plural forms, and so we use much. Now going back, I mentioned there, because we're focusing on foods and things like that, this does expand onto things that aren't foods and drinks. And some examples, I don't have much, there is not much traffic today. So traffic is not countable. The weather in many ways, there is not much rain today, right? And so you don't count rain. There's no plural form of rain. Traffic also. So it does not just apply to foods. Remember, it nouns, person, place, or thing. So the word things, places, they can expand to many different categories beyond food. But I think food is a great place to start because it's easy to picture, visualize, and the pictures in the book show several different foods. One last thing going back to food, um, when it comes to specifically non-count nouns, I believe this is further into Unit 3, and I will be continuing this in another video, but to answer the question, a coffee. I want a coffee. I want 5 coffees. So this is technically not, it's not wrong because we do use this language. And coffee, again, I'm explaining there is no plural form. It's non-count. But when we have non-count nouns, we have like coffee, bread, sugar, cereal. Let's just say, for example. So there are units of measurement that we use for these, excuse me, especially at stores, at Starbucks. It's so that we can pay for it, and then I mean it's got to be measured, right? So like soda, I want to buy soda, so I need to buy cans of soda or 12 ounces, a bottle of 12 ounces or 20 ounces. So units of measurement help us determine the cost and how businesses would separate non-count nouns. So coffee, for example, a cup of coffee, right? A venti or a trenti or a grande cup at Starbucks, a loaf of bread, a package of sugar, and a box of cereal. And there are many units of measurement that expands, and I could give several different examples, and I will do so in a further future video. But for now, these are countable. So a cup, a loaf, a package, a box, these are countable units, and we use these so that we can weigh the non-count portion. Okay, so when we say a coffee, it is assumed and implied, it is implied, rather, a cup of coffee. So if I say I want a coffee, what the person or I am saying is I want a cup. So a coffee is the same in spoken language as a cup of coffee. And so that is implied, and this means essentially the speaker and the person being spoken to, or the two people talking, or the two parties rather, know what the reference is. Oh, yeah, the gentleman or the man or the woman wants a cup of coffee when they say a coffee. If I say I want 5 coffees, well, then if I am working and I am the cashier, then I know you want 5 cups of coffee. For this video, that will be it. Hopefully this information was valuable and helpful for you. Of course, if there are questions, please let me know. I am always more than happy to help you. Thank you very much.